Hola, ¿qué tal? Buenas tardes, días, noches, mañanas. Chao, hasta luego, nos vemos en Disney. O no, capaz que no nos vemos en Disney. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Vamos a jugar al Game of Thrones. ¿Dónde lo dejamos? Que no me acuerdo dónde era. No sé dónde estoy. Ni qué. Bueno, ahí veo que son las 4:14 de la mañana. Un buen horario para jugar a los jueguitos. ¿Por qué? Porque están todos tranquilos. Eso lo aprendí en el Rust. Me levantaba a las 6 de la mañana a jugar, boludo. Ponía el despertador a las 6 de la mañana, no había nadie. Podía hacer todo tranquilo. Hasta que hubo un momento que ni ahí, a las 6 de la mañana había alguien. Qué hijos de mil puta, boludo. Estamos hablando del Rust Legacy, Primero de todo. Continuar con el episodio. Los drogadictos estos nunca olvidan. Tenía que tomar.
Unannounced. Lord Whitehill is in a lather. I assume you explained to Lord Ethan why they're here.
Business with Garrett. I told him.
Lord Whitehill knows Garrett is a squire to this house, or was, I suppose.
Ustedes pueden creer que yo pensé que era Lannister en el anterior video todo el tiempo y no era. Solo porque era rubio y tenía el pelo.
Things are bad enough as it is.
I can handle Lord Whitehill.
Well said, my lord.
Now is not the time to anger Lord Whitehill any more than he already is. He's got 5 times as many men, and the backing of House Bolton.
All the more reason to stand up for ourselves.
Yo le tengo más miedo a Bolton, señor querido. Usted te pido mi disculpa, pero yo a Bolton le tengo más miedo que a este señorcito que viene por acá. Bolton está re chapita, si es como el de la serie, ¿no? Perdón, tengo tos, señor.
Lord Ethan, is it? My condolences for your father and brother.
Pame la pija.
The late Lord Forrester was no friend to me or my house, but to his family it's still a loss.
Thank you, Lord Whitehill.
Escupí, gato, la coche de tu madre.
I wasn't there to drive the dagger into his heart myself.
Ven, ¿para qué me da la mano?
For this day all my life. The Forresters finally get their due.
I may be young, but I'm not so easily fooled. They're trying to rile me, but it won't work.
Young? You are that boy. Too young to know when you're in over your head.
¿Qué? ¿Qué dijo el coño?
Insult? What kind of fucking house receives a lord with no fucking bread?
Si vos no sos un lord, te haces lord.
Bloody amateur. No courtesies. I should have expected as much.
Calm yourself, old man.
You little fuck! That's how you talk to a lord? You Forresters have shit on us for generations. Well, now the Starks are no longer around to have your back, are they? We're the power in the north now.
Roose Bolton is the Warden of the North.
Aye. And we've been his bannermen for 5 fucking centuries. You cunt.
Habla bien, hijo de puta.
Lord Ethan, you're losing control of this.
That's enough, Lord Whitehill.
I'm not finished. Maybe if you hadn't been so fucking greedy with the ironwood, things would have been different.
No te entiendo.
You squandered your share.
Our share was taken from us. We had no fucking choice but to harvest what was left.
What is it you want, Lord Whitehill?
Mira, ¿quién apareció? Cabeza de taza.
Your man, the squire. We were minding our own business, keeping the king's peace, as his lordship here said, when your man attacked us for no reason.
Manteniendo la paz.
Attacked for no reason.
No reason? You murdered his family.
Then you admit it was your man who killed my men. And a pig farmer at that. How do you answer for your squire, Lord Ethan? He acted in your name.
We lost people too, Lord Whitehill. Your men murdered his entire family.
You lost pig farmers, not soldiers. The soldiers worth 100 of their type. Where's the fucking
No, para mí no,
captain who
maestro.
killed my men? I know he's here. What have you done with him?
We haven't seen him. He was never here.
You little liar.
You
I will
little
find
liar.
him. By the gods, you better hope I do, because if I don't, I'm holding you responsible. And you'll answer for what he's done.
Ah, ¿sí? Bueno, dale, te espero. Te arranco la cabeza. Vamos a pelear ahora, mano a
Now
mano.
bring
Yo
me the
contra vos.
coward who did it, or you'll answer to Roose Bolton.
Oh, Roose
What kind of fucking
Bolton.
house is this?
A house of honorable men.
Bien
Lady
dicho, mamá.
Forrester.
Gracias, mami.
Bellow like a wounded boar, Lord Whitehill. Have you forgotten your manners?
I mean no disrespect to you, my lady, considering your losses and all. But this is not over.
It's over when my son says it is.
I've heard enough, Lord Whitehill.
Ethan is Lord of Ironrath now. By rights, his word is law here. If that displeases you, then I trust you can find the door.
That lad may be lord of this house, but Lord Bolton will have the final say.
Me tiene
I'll send
podrido
him
con
a
Lord
raven
Bolton.
letting him know a Forrester man killed one of his own. That the new Lord Forrester lied to my face and denied me my justice. Then we'll see whose word is law.
Do as you like, Lord Whitehill.
No me miré porque te meo, te juro que me pongo a mear acá delante de todos, Permiso, me voy a bajar los pantalones.
I was wrong about your son, my lady. He stood up to him like a true lord.
Gracias.
You were brave, my son. But you'll need to be braver still when Ramsay Snow arrives to see you bend the knee. Prepare a raven. We need to send word to Mira in King's Landing at once.
Prepara un cuervo. ¿A la parrilla? ¿Con sal? ¿Cómo lo quiere, señora? No, para mandar una carta.
Your sister can help us.
Llámelo, porque yo... Llámelo.
Although
O sea,
just a handmaiden, she has Marjorie Tyrell's favor. And Lady Marjorie's betrothal to the king may be enough to keep the Boltons at bay. If it's presented to her as it should.
¿esto es desembarco del rey? No. ¿Se decía así? ¿Dónde está el trono? Mira, si lo decía y no leí, bueno, puede ser. A ver, ¿qué tengo que hacer? Uy, una moneda. Plata, 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 plata.
It was very kind of Lady Marjorie to give this to me.
Lo voy a vender. Mercado
That
Libre.
belongs to
Hola,
Lady
vendo
Helena.
moneda.
Ethan made this for me.
Lo voy a vender. Hola, vendo pedazos de madera.
Asher sent me this coin to remember him.
Eso no lo voy a vender porque
What a
tiene pinta de...
strange place, Essos.
Una carta. Leer. Leer, señorita, leer, dije.
Father, much excitement here in King's Landing for the coming wedding. Lady Marjorie has proven to be quite popular throughout the city.
Bueno, no me
I do
interesa.
wish you and Mother could come, although I know it would be impossible under the circumstances. I miss all of you, and I look forward to the day you can.
Están todos muertos ya, no le podemos mandar la carta a nadie. Te pido mil disculpas. Yo tengo de esos baúles. ¿Alguno quiere uno? Se lo vendo. $100,000.
Wonders Made by Man, by Lomas Longstrider.
Lone
From Roderick.
Strider. Buen nombre, Normal Lone Strider.
I hope to see
Por
them all
suerte tengo
someday.
el juego bien en alto, los gráficos. ¿No vas a saltar por la
King's Landing.
ventana? King's Landing.
I wonder if it's sunny at Ironrath today.
Y mirá por la ventana, pelotuda. Y fíjate si está soleado. Otra carta, a ver. Ah, esta es la carta
It
de la
troubles
madre.
me to even ask this of you, but you must appeal to Lady Marjorie to intervene on our behalf. She is our best hope, and can be a powerful ally, especially now when your family so desperately needs her help.
Está muy bien. Perdón, apreté espacio, porque soy un pelotudo. ¿Me parece a mí o se ve peor que lo? ¿Metió actualización en Windows? La
One
actualización en
moment.
Windows es como que te están diciendo instalar Windows 11 ya. ¿Me escuchaste?
Sorry, milady. I didn't mean to disturb you.
No, no
I
me
can come
molestas.
back later if you'd like.
No, tranquilo, parar, yeah.
No, it's fine. Come in.
¿Qué va a hacer? No me mates, por favor, que acá a todos matan. Una bomba, 2 bombas, 3
Begging your
bombas,
pardon, milady, but
4
you're all right.
bombas.
If you don't mind my asking, you seem rather upset.
I'm fine, thank you.
Of course, milady.
Of course, my lady.
Please hurry if you can. Lady Marjorie will be here any minute.
Of course, milady. You work for Lady Marjorie? I may be wrong, but it seems like you do.
I'm her handmaiden.
That's what I thought. I've seen you with her before. You seem like good friends.
Yeah,
I saw Lady
it's
Marjorie
my
just
best
this
friend
morning,
in the
outside the royal
this
sept,
life.
talking to Queen Cersei.
Cersei?
Qué pija, se me terminó el mate, boludo. Cómo odio cuando se me termina el mate.
They appeared to be having some sort of disagreement. I couldn't hear much, but it was definitely an argument.
What did they say?
I couldn't make out much, but I know they were talking about the Starks and House Forrester.
House Forrester?
I hope you're not in any kind of trouble, but I thought you ought to know. Most people don't tend to notice a call boy, not in King's Landing with so many lords and ladies about. You see and hear all sorts of things when people don't even know you're there. Good night, milady.
Chao, hasta luego, muchísimas gracias. No sé qué me dejaste, pero gracias igual. Mirá quién es.
Lady Marjorie.
Lady
You
Marjorie.
I was hoping there would be time for us to talk. Come, there's something we must discuss.
Yeah, my lord. Oh, thank you, lord.
From the day you arrived in Highgarden, I've thought of you more as a friend than as my handmaiden. A dear friend, in fact.
Thank you, my lady.
And you know how I feel about what's happened to your family. I feel your pain as if it were my own. What you've suffered is beyond imagining. And your poor family as well.
I need your help, my lady.
Of course. And I will help you in any way I can.
No.
But there's another matter we must attend to first. You must understand there are limits to what I can say, especially here in King's Landing, now that I am to be queen. To have a handmaiden from the north whose family fought for Robb Stark, it raises questions at a time I can least afford. Cersei herself cornered me this morning outside the royal sept. She mentioned the northern girl in my service, and she painted you a traitor. She was very pleased with herself. Her face was full of mirth as she said it.
How did you respond?
I told her you are one of my most trusted handmaidens, that you can hardly be blamed for the actions of your father and brother. Nonetheless, she demands an audience. She wants an apology of some sort for what I don't know, but she's waiting for us now, and I promised I would bring you to her. I wouldn't ask this of you if it were not important. I cannot afford any conflict with Cersei with the wedding so near.
I cannot apologize, my lady. I'm not a traitor.
I know you're not, but you must find a way to appease her. Humor her. Tell her what she wants to hear.
Perdón.
See if the Queen Regent is ready to receive us.
Voy a ir antes, Cersei. ¿Vos sos la montaña? Perdón, disculpa, ¿vos sos la montaña?
You'll be fine. I know you will. You may feel one thing, but you must say another.
Que gana como unos ravioles. Hola, si me das un sándwich de jamón y queso, por favor. Algo así más o menos sería. Bueno, a ver qué quiere Cersei. Discúlpame, vos, el de la derecha o el de la izquierda. ¿Alguno de ustedes es la montaña? Quiero conocer a la montaña.
You can do this.
You can do it. Ay, che, me cuesta caminar. Mirá, ese sí es la montaña. El de la derecha. Vos sos la montaña, ¿no?
Ah, Lady Marjorie. Aren't you looking lovely this evening?
Lord Tyrion. Your Grace?
Cersei.
With your permission, allow me to introduce Lady Mira of
¿Cómo me
House
gusta Cersei
Forrester.
en la serie? Por más que haya sido una espaldita.
Your Grace.
The girl knows her courtesies. Impressive. You may rise.
House Forrester is a northern house loyal to the king.
Are they?
I beg your pardon, Your Grace.
I wasn't talking to you. I want to hear from the girl. Is your family loyal to the king?
Perhaps you should ask the new Lord Forrester.
He's not here, is he? She is.
House Forrester's loyalty to the crown never wavers, Your Grace.
I see. And yet... For centuries, the Forresters have been loyal bannermen to House Stark. A house of traitors.
Yes, Your Grace. They are traitors.
The Starks were your liege lord, yet you name them traitors so easily.
Clearly her loyalty wavers quite a lot.
If she has any loyalty at all. Is your house willing to swear fealty to your new liege lord, Roose Bolton?
¿Qué?
He is the Warden of the North, Your Grace.
He is. And I the Queen Regent and Tyrion the Master of Coin.
The girl has a remarkable talent for answering questions while in fact saying nothing at all.
Old allegiances are not easily abandoned. But now that the war is over, we must look to rebuild and forge new alliances. There are ships and shields to be built, and Joffrey will need a steady supply of ironwood for his armies. I'm told there are others who would happily serve that purpose, but I trust we can rely on House Forrester.
Forster Ironwood does seem rather unique.
To our mutual benefit, Your Grace.
And at the pleasure of your king. It would be a shame to see it fall into the hands of another house. I imagine you'd do almost anything to prevent that from happening, wouldn't you? Ask any Lannister, and they'd do whatever was necessary to save Casterly Rock. It would be unfortunate to see another house lay claim to what's yours.
Yes, Your Grace. I would do anything.
I see.
What would you have the girl do, Cersei? It's not as if she fought beside the Starks, wielding a battle axe for the Northern Army.
It raises an interesting question, I suppose. Can we truly blame those who end up on the wrong side of the war? Our dear Marjorie here was betrothed to Renly Baratheon on the false assumption that he would one day rule the Seven Kingdoms. Can we fault her for her mistake? Should she be held accountable?
I won't judge her, Your Grace. I wasn't there. I didn't face her decisions.
Aren't you a delightful girl? If only one could flit through life without ever holding an opinion of their own.
If there's a point to this, I hope you find it quickly.
Sí, porque me está rompiendo mucho las pelotas.
Loyalty can be such a hard thing to define.
Me gusta mucho tu collar.
This city
Me lo voy
alone
a
is
llevar.
filled with all sorts of ambitious opportunists looking to reinvent themselves, pretending to be something they're not. Who knows what lurks within their hearts?
Discúlpame,
You are a girl from the
¿podré
north,
conocer a la
here in
montaña?
service to Lady Marjorie. One can only assume her interests are yours. Yet loyalty to a king, that must be absolute. And
La
if your loyalties were to become
montaña.
conflicted between your king and the very person whom you serve, what would you do then?
I'm sure she
Let the
would...
girl answer the question. Go on.
My loyalties would never conflict. Your Grace.
That's a coward's answer. I will not have my time wasted by a northern girl who thinks she can play games. Who do you choose?
The king, of course.
Well said. I was beginning to worry you didn't have your priorities straight.
She is a threat to the crown, isn't she? The most dangerous handmaiden in all of King's Landing.
Sí, la verdad que es
My
peligroso.
sense is this girl will say almost anything to get what she wants. Which is not very encouraging. I'd like a word with you, if I may.
Of course, Your Grace.
Es como cuando la directora iba y le decía a la profesora: che, vení que tengo que hablar con vos sobre este pendejo pajero. Que le faltan los dos brazos. Y no ha escrito nada en el dictado. No tengo
This
nada.
may come as a surprise, but I met your father once, at the tourney at Lannisport.
Pero no podés poner a la
Even
persona
then,
que
he
le faltan
didn't
los dos
trust
brazos
Bolton.
a hacer un dictado.
We only spoke briefly, but your father struck me as an honorable man. You have my condolences for his loss. These would be trying times for your family, even under the best of circumstances.
Thank you, Lord Tyrion. That's very kind of you to say.
Aunque te digo que hay un pibe que toca la guitarra, la rompe. Toda, entera. No tiene brazo. Con los pies. 10 veces mejor que yo toco. Bueno, 100 veces mejor que yo.
It was quite the first impression. I, of course, found it all highly entertaining.
No dije nada.
No doubt Lady Marjorie will forgive you. Eventually.
¿Qué?
My sister and I have our differences.
¿Me perdonará porque qué dije de malo?
She takes great pleasure in her little charades. I take mine in thwarting them. We must find our amusements where we can. She threatened to give your ironwood to another house. It is the Master of Coin who decides such matters. The Crown needs boats. Boats need wood, and I speak for the Crown in this regard. Not her.
Pero déjame responder algo.
I suppose the Crown could be persuaded to secure ironwood.
¿Te das cuenta porque a veces estoy todo el día clic, tiqui, 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 tiqui?
Marjorie might not look favorably on
Si no,
such
no te da
alliance,
tiempo, boludo.
and it would infuriate Cersei. Although what would be amusing for me might prove rather dangerous for you and your house. Are you willing to risk that? It may be far too dangerous.
I'm sorry, Lord Tyrion, but it's a risk I cannot afford.
I admire your discretion. Now, if you'll excuse me, I promised Sansa I would join her for dinner tonight. 3 beautiful bottles of Dornish wine await my arrival. The mere thought of them makes me thirsty already.
I hope we meet again.
Nothing would make Cersei happier. Until then, be careful. This is not the North. King's Landing can be a nest of vipers to the uninitiated.
Bueno, ¿quién me va a ayudar? A ver. ¿La montaña? Re pesado, loco.
Mira, I was worried. How was it? Cersei has a way of looking at you as though you're nothing.
¿Qué?
It's more than a little intimidating.
It went well.
Really? That's a relief. Cersei is known for being rather difficult. Lady Marjorie has spent the entire day working on seating arrangements for the wedding. Of course, you and I are seated way at the back, here with the 4th cousins and the 9th-born sons. Ah, Sir Jaime. I wouldn't mind tarnishing that white cloak of his.
Sarah!
What? It's true. And Oberyn Martell, the Red Viper. I'm told he has a paramour, which I doubt is Dornish for wife.
You'll get us in trouble.
We're just having some fun. Perhaps Lady Marjorie could make the right introductions. Who knows? We might meet our future husbands. Although, marrying a king, I can only imagine what that would be like.
Una verga. Te aviso yo porque vi la serie. Una verga. No, ni en pedo.
He does have a certain look about him.
And he's always treated Lady Marjorie well. Which is more than you can say for his mother.
I'd be willing to marry, but not Joffrey.
Well, I would marry him. Imagine the power you would have as Queen of the Seven Kingdoms.
¿Ves que tenés mucha ambición? Por eso...
I might even allow you to be my handmaiden. Let's see, who else should we marry off?
Te garcharías al matarreyes.
Tyrion Lannister.
Por más que esté bueno.
What a perfect match.
Te querés casar con Joffrey.
Sir Bronn and...
What are you doing?
Ella, yo no, Yo no toqué nada. Yo solamente estaba pensando en la montaña.
Well... Sarah?
We're sorry, my lady. We were just having fun.
This is not a game. It's a battle plan. Allies and enemies can be made with every move. Yet
Sí,
they
la
say
verdad
it
que
is
sí, estuviste
men
toqueteando un
who are
montón de
powerful.
boludeces.
The Queen
Jugando a...
was pleased by your display, Mira. I'm just glad it's over. King's Landing can be exhausting sometimes. There's always someone to please or some perceived slight to smooth over. I fear it will only get worse when I am queen.
Once they know your true heart, the lords and ladies will have no choice but to love you.
Do you agree?
People are not always so easy to please. If you showed Cersei your true heart, she would stab it with a fork.
You learn very quickly. Your words to Cersei were brave, but I know you must fear what the Boltons might do to your family.
Sí, la verdad que sí.
I do appreciate your willingness to appease her, as difficult as it may have been.
Pero necesito que me
My
ayuden.
lady, there's been something on my mind. Something important. I did have a favor to ask of you in return.
Whatever you wish to say, you can say it in front of Sarah. There are no secrets between us.
It's about my family.
I trust her.
I prefer to speak with you alone.
No es de cara de verga, viste, pero si vos te vas a... Si vos que estás deseando ser reina, te querés garchar al matarreyes, querés andar...
Go on. Ask.
Forgive me, my lady. I wouldn't otherwise ask this of you, but my mother insisted. It's about my family.
Ramsay Snow.
Me gustaría que me pase la receta de tarta de zanahoria que haces tan
My
rica
mother fears our family will suffer if Ramsay is left to do as he likes. She thought
Le habías mandado
if a
cualquier
raven
cosa.
could be sent to the Boltons to let them know House Forrester has the protection of the crown. I know it's a lot to ask of you, and I wouldn't otherwise, but she insisted.
That is no small request, especially now.
I know, my lady, and I wouldn't ask this of you otherwise. But my mother has left me no choice. She insisted.
Joffrey knows only too well your family fought for the Starks, and now you would have me ask him to intervene. Is the situation that dire? Joffrey will not look favorably on such a request.
It is that dire, my lady. I fear for my family's safety.
I don't know, Mira. If Cersei were to find out...
Don't let the Queen bully you. You have power over him, Lady Marjorie, as no one else does. Not even his mother. Ramsay Snow will arrive at Ironrath within the week. I would never ask this of you if it weren't so urgent.
Es verdad.
Very well. I'll make your request, but I cannot promise anything.
Thank you, my lady. I will send a raven to my family at once.
¿Para qué? ¿Para decirle qué? Esperá, a ver. Si seguramente va a decir que no el cara de pija ese. Y seguro después la mata. Te digo porque lo vi en la serie. Este se va a encontrar con algo seguro, mirá. Siempre le pasa algo por... Yo pensé que este era Jaime Lannister. Así de boludo soy. Pero no. Ya se quedó sin caballo. No agarra las espadas, no agarra los caballos.
Let's play a little game, shall we?
No, mira quién es, boludo. Creo que es una de las personas que más odié en una serie.
Not my best work, unfortunately. I suppose I have fallen out of practice.
Igual no tengo ganas de ver como
with all that bloody noise.
Like a drowning cat. I thought he'd never stop.
As my father likes to say, a naked man holds few secrets, but the flayed man holds none.
Pity he didn't know your father was the Warden of the North.
He does now. How much further is it to these foresters?
A day, my lord. 2 at most.
What was that?
My lord?
Shh. Listen.
Fue un pájaro, señor.
There. Hear that? I know I heard something. Never mind. We've wasted enough time already.
Uff. Ese es mi caballo. Y todo eso también. ¿Qué habrá hecho el hijo de mil puta este? No. Por lo menos no lo hizo boca abajo.
Bloody hell.
No, está realmente sacado este chabón. Y sin tomar merca. Imagínate si le das merca.
As I was saying, you are young. And there are those within these walls who are uncertain of your leadership. But 300 generations of Forester Lords stand behind you. Lord Gerhard the Tall, who founded our house, and your grandfather, Lord Thorin the Bold, who seized back the river valley from the White Hills.
What did they call my father?
Lord Gregor the Good.
Digo, perdón, se me acabó.
He was fair and wise, and courageous in battle.
Why are you telling me this?
To help you rule, Lord Ethan. These were your father's people to lead and protect, and now they're yours. But your father did not bear this responsibility alone. He and every Forester Lord before him chose one man whom they trusted above all others, the Lord Sentinel. Forester traditions demand that a new Lord Sentinel must be chosen.
Keep walking, you craven son of a whore. Move! Summon the Lord! We need his judgment.
I've done nothing wrong! I was only trying to survive!
¿Y por eso robaste?
Lord Ethan. Mister.
Who is this man?
This craven is a deserter and a thief.
Desertor
This
encima.
house is doomed! We all fucking know it!
Quiet, thief. Eric was supposed to be guarding our weapons, but instead we caught him stealing them.
2 shields and 3 spears.
You stole from us.
I feared for my life. Yes, my lord. I fled. We should all flee. It's not stealing if you're taking what's yours by right.
He speaks
true. Right.
I've a family to feed, and not 2 coins to rub together since Lord Gregor left us to rot here. Where's our pay? Our share of bread and wine grows smaller every day.
Leave the poor man alone!
Mercy, go!
Lord Ethan, I know these words are hard, but they're honest.
Este no va a
This
ser una
house is
rebelión.
falling. We'll never survive the coming winter.
Then you admit to the crime, in front of all gathered here.
I am only what this house made me. You cannot expect a man to live on loyalty alone.
You'll address him as Lord. Lord Ethan, you must decide the punishment. Lord Gregor always took a thief's fingers. 3 of them.
Now may not be the time for harsh punishment. The men are on edge as it
Men
is.
need to know they cannot do whatever the fuck they please. Their lord will not permit it.
He's a thief!
We can send him to the war.
Leave the man alone. Show him mercy, my lord. He stole from us. Deserve to make him pay for what he stole. Give us justice.
I will decide.
Send him to the wall. Take his fingers. He's a thief.
If you punish me, you'll be punishing an innocent man. It will be an injustice, my lord.
Inocente, ¿qué te acabas de decir que sos culpable?
My family depends on me.
I sentence you to the wall, where you will join the Night's Watch.
No, please, my lord! My family, without me, they'll die!
No es mi culpa. Mejor que así sea, porque el primero que roba acá.
That was certainly unpleasant, but a lord must mete out punishment when it's due. Not just yourself, of course.
It's a lord's duty, so I did it.
You heard what the thief said. I expect this sort of thing will happen again. But a sentinel can help you in the face of disloyalty. You need someone you can trust by your side. Someone you can rely on, no matter the circumstance, possessing wisdom and experience.
No confío
You
en
should
nadie
have
acá.
one advisor above the rest. There are 2 capable men for the role. They both want the job, but neither thinks very highly of the other.
How do I decide between them?
Talk to them. Solicit the opinion of people close to you. Here, the bracer of the sentinel. The badge of office. Tonight
¿A
is
quién
your first
elijo?
full council meeting.
A
It would
Tyrion
be
Lannister.
wise to bestow this
El
bracer
enano,
upon
un
the
capo.
chosen sentinel then, to show that you are decisive and in control of this house. Your sentinel will wear this for all to see.
I understand. I'll do it now.
Come speak with me when you're ready to convene the small council, my lord.
Este me cae bien porque... Y este también me cae bien. Pero no sé cuál elegir. The Chosen One. The Chosen One. Akame.
Our provisions are rather low, my lord. I made the count again, just to be sure. But it doesn't look good.
How bad is it? How long could we hold the house?
We couldn't withstand a siege, my lord. If the Boltons or the White Hills cut us off and wait us out, we'd only last a fortnight. But there are steps we can take. In the past, we've demanded food from the small folk to replenish our stores. We can do it again, if you'd like. We've done it before in desperate times. The last long winter, my family had to give all our pigs to the house.
Ay, qué cagazo, empecé a escuchar un ruido.
Even if you don't decide
Y dije, se largó a llover. Pero no, es un auto que se está
Until then,
yendo,
I can
creo.
speak to the huntsmen and trappers. Perhaps they can do more. My lord.
No sé qué me dijo. A ver, ¿este quién es? Este es mi tío. Este tiene que ser sabio.
Or should I say Lord, Ethan?
Hello, Uncle Malcolm.
I saw what you did today. It's not an easy thing to do, showing mercy to a man who admits his guilt. But if you'll excuse me, my lord, I should finish packing before nightfall. I hope to be off tomorrow, at first light.
Wait, Uncle. You can't leave. We need you here, especially now.
Your mother asked me to cross the narrow sea to find your brother, Asher.
Asher?
She has asked me to return with her, to help the house.
She said nothing of this to me.
Because she fears you will not agree. I told her my place is here, that I'll be of no help to you in Essos. But she insisted. I will hold, of course, until you've spoken with her about this. Just try to be kind to her. She's been living a nightmare made real. But you know that just as well.
She's my mother. I know how to speak to her.
I'm sure you do.
But my mother's fears are not the only ones I face. My people are scared as well. I'm told I must choose a sentinel.
If I may be so bold, Sir Royland is the man for the job. He'd be a fine choice, and I'd trust him. Aye, Sir Royland is the man you want.
Why Sir Royland?
We are at war. You need a warrior by your side. Royland has the respect of his men and will bring strength and discipline to this house. Duncan would offer sage advice, but now is not the time to negotiate. Not with the likes of Ramsay Snow.
Thank you, Uncle.
Ethan, I need to talk to you.
Oh, este me va a decir que elija al otro, mira. Ya, escuchame una cosa.
Mother told me Mira has asked for Lady Marjorie's help.
Did she?
I knew we could rely on Mira. She always thinks of
Bueno,
family
acomódate
above
los
all
ojos porque me da
else.
miedo.
Hopefully Lady Marjorie's influence will be enough. But right now I'm more concerned about you.
Oh.
I saw what you did to that man.
Está
I know
bien.
you told me you'd have to change, but I suppose I hadn't believed you
Pero no le
would.
corté los
Can't
dedos.
afford any more mistakes. Everyone knows what happened with Lord Whitehill. Garrett being sent to the war without my knowledge.
I know. And that wasn't your fault.
Well, I'm the Lord. It's my responsibility. The
La
people want me
próxima
to
vez le
leave.
corto los dedos, mira.
They need me to, but
Para que aprenda lo que es ser un verdadero hombre.
Ethan, please. Tell me.
who should I name as my sentinel?
¿Y a quién vas a
Definitely
elegir?
be Duncan Tuttle. He's dependable and smart, and everyone trusts his judgment. Sir Royland
Yo
is
necesito inteligencia, yo
unpredictable
necesito
and
un
likely to make
demonio al
matters
lado mío.
worse.
You've always given me good advice. Thank you.
Thank you. Parece más alemán que inglés. Thank you. Igual voy a elegir al otro.
Are you holding a sword or a turkey leg?
A ver qué dice este.
Sword up. Swing left. Parry. Wrong.
Este tiene pinta de que se pelea con Bolton, pero pierde, ¿no?
Of course,
Pero-
my lord.
I have many decisions to make, and I wanted your advice. What's the state of our defences? Are these men ready for what's coming?
This lot, ready? No, but they will be. We post anyone who can hold a spear along the parapet, up where they won't get much scrutiny, and put our meanest, nastiest looking brutes front and centre. That'll show Ramsay we're a force in our own right. You've got to project power, especially when you're weakened.
Thank you, Sir Royland. I'll let you get back to training these men.
Thank you, my lord. And I'll be sure to watch out for more deserters. After today, I suspect there'll be more to come. Do it like you mean it.
I've decided to name you as my sentinel, Sir Royland.
Thank you, my lord, but are you sure?
Yes, of course. I'm convinced you're the man for the job.
Then I accept. But you must summon the small council, my lord, to make it official.
Right. I'll tell Maester Ortengrin to do it at once.
Sí, loco, pues necesitamos gente fuerte, gente que rompa la cabeza.
Now, when I say parry, get that.
Te quiero mucho, Duncan, pero...
Maester?
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared to name your sentinel?
Sí, dale.
Yes,
Sí.
Maester. I'm ready.
Very well. I will convene the small
Vamos con la
council.
fuerza, en vez de la inteligencia. Porque es un sacado, loquito este. Seguro que ese chancho lo agarró él a la noche. Y no lo hizo con una espada, ¿eh? No les quiero decir con que lo hizo porque puede haber menores de edad y estamos en YouTube. Pero ese chancho lo agarró Bolton.
You may sit.
I believe Lord Ethan has reached his decision.
Before I name my sentinel, I must tell you. Duncan, Royland, this house needs you both.
But you can only choose one, my lord.
¿Por qué me interrumpís? Claro, muy bien. Ya me cayó bien el otro.
Many thought either of you would make a fine sentinel, but I have made my decision. Sir Royland de Gore, you will be my sentinel.
Gods be praised. You've done well, Lord Ethan. You won't regret this.
A poor choice, my lord. Forgive me for saying so, but it's true.
No te enojes, Duncan, boludo. Somos todos amigos.
Now,
Estamos todos del mismo lado.
what do you have to report of Ramsay Snow?
My scouts say he's a day's ride away. We've no time to waste. He'll arrive before any of our allies could be here.
Who knows what he's capable of? We need to prepare for the worst.
There's no need to panic. We can devise a plan to deal with him.
The Boltons need our people to harvest the ironwood. Even the bastard Ramsay must understand that.
He's not coming here to negotiate. We must answer with the sword.
That's bloody suicide. You'd gamble with the lives of everyone within these walls.
Quiet, Tuttle. You're not the Sentinel. I knew this would happen. He cannot be trusted.
This is the small council, is it not? Lord Ethan should hear from all of us.
Enough! Would my father have stood for this kind of bickering? Neither will I.
The Bolton's sigil is a flayed man. Force is the only thing they understand. Put every man who can hold a spear or crossbow on the wall, and make the bastard fill his boots with piss.
He would see it for the empty gesture that it is, and have us flayed. We must take a measured approach, my lord.
Gentlemen, please. Thank the gods Mira has asked Lady Marjorie for her help. It's not too late for the Crown to intervene on our behalf, but we must have a plan if Mira's efforts are not successful. I trust Mira's judgment. I don't doubt she did everything within her power to help us.
Mother, what do you recommend we do?
We must give him whatever he wants and be done with it. It's too dangerous to do otherwise.
Why not make an offering for peace, my lord?
Yeah, the wisdom of the Citadel.
We can give the Boltons ironwood in exchange for their protection.
You must be mad. It's pure folly to just give away the only currency we have to bargain with.
Enough!
Utilizaremos la diplomacia, ¿qué sería? Lucharemos. Utilizaremos la diplomacia.
My sentinel is skilled in the ways of war. Our forces may not be at full strength, but our men are willing to take on this fight. I think Ramsay Snow will see that too.
They may be willing, but are they able, my lord?
My lord, casting aside diplomacy means giving up our best chance to come through this safely.
Ethan has made his opinion known, and you will respect his decision.
Forgive us, my lord. We are, of course, here to serve you, as we served your father.
Aye.
Well then, let's decide how we shall set the stage for Ramsay's arrival.
You meet him at the gate with as much force as we can muster. Make him wait. Let him gaze upon Ironrath. And when he enters, he'll know it's only because you allowed it.
We don't have enough soldiers to strike fear in a madman like Ramsay Snow. Invite him into this hall and meet him face to face.
No, ni en
Lord to
pedo.
Lord.
Ni en pedo.
Lord Ethan?
I will meet him at the gate.
Very good, my lord. I shall prepare the men.
Men? We hardly have any. It's a foolish plan.
That's enough from you, Tuttle. Lord Ethan has spoken. Obey his command.
I've faithfully served this house for far too long to sit here and listen to this. Forgive me, my lord, but you are far too young to be the lord of this house. You're likely to get us all killed.
Not another word.
I'd hoped for better from you, my lord.
Y bueno, flaco, ¿qué va a hacer?
Apologies, my
Yo
son.
conozco muy
I
bien al
expected
chabón
better
con
of
el que
him.
vamos a enfrentarnos.
But now that it is settled, we know what we must do. You will
Romperle la
meet
cabeza.
Ramsay Snow at the gate, and we will not offer our ironwood.
No matter what, I will stand beside you, my lord, where your sentinel belongs.
Then perhaps we should adjourn. We have to prepare the house. There will always be those who question your leadership, which is why you need allies you can rely on. Family. Mira has done everything she can in King's Landing, but there are others who can help us. What about your brother, Asher?
Malcolm told me. You want to bring him back?
He's a skilled fighter. But what's more, he has the will to fight. A hunger for it. He always protected you and your sister. And we need all the help we can get.
Yes, I hear what you're saying.
Do you remember the miller's boy? How he tormented you?
No, hasta ahora que me lo recordaste vos.
Father said, Ethan must fight to
Mis traumas vuelven.
But when Asher saw it, he didn't take a breath. He grabbed the miller's boy by the neck. That was his first instinct. Asher knocked out half the poor boy's teeth. Of course, your father was furious, but you were in danger and there was nothing else Asher needed to know. Asher does not hesitate. He acts, and we need that. You have many fine qualities, but you do not have that anger inside you.
Sí necesitamos a Asher. Asher vs Bolton, quiero ver esa en la velada del año 4.
But a lord also needs swords. I'm trying to do what's best for this family. What this family needs. Ethan, let me send Malcolm to Essos.
Fine. Malcolm will go to Essos and bring Asher back.
Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you will let me do this. Know that you never stand alone. You are a forester. Mira stands with us.
Pero necesitamos gente ahora, right now, for fight, para pelear. Nos van a romper el ano. Este tiene un embole encima. Yo estaría tirando uva por la ventana. No toques nada.
Marjorie? Oh,
La pesada esta,
Lady
se
Marjorie
quiere
is still
agachar
the
a todo.
king. I thought you might want to know.
Thank you.
I thought we were friends, Mira. When you dismissed me the other day, I won't say it didn't hurt my feelings. We've known each other for years, and yet to be treated like that.
It's a private matter. You shouldn't take it personally.
Well, I did. I thought there was trust between us. Friends don't hold secrets from one another. Now Lady Marjorie thinks you don't trust me, and she values your opinion very much.
Sarah,
Salió todo mal. No es nene ni nena. No se sabe bien qué es.
My lady, I'll leave you to talk.
Como pasó cuando nací yo. ¡Qué horrible!
What did King Joffrey say, my lady?
Que le chupes la pija.
The king was not inclined to offer help for your family. I'll need this mended.
Gods.
He said I was too easily swayed. And he reminded me that I am not yet his wife. I allayed his fear. For now. But it will be a long time before I can ask him for anything again. Nothing I said could cheer him. He wouldn't even speak to me when I left him.
What can I do to make this better, my lady?
There's nothing you can do, Mira.
Understand, it was my mother's plan, not mine. I just hope you can find some way to forgive me.
This is simply not how things are done, Mira. Not in King's Landing.
Ah, ¿no? Entonces, ¿cómo?
I'm sorry, my lady.
Me dejo matar por todos. Hay un tipo que descuartiza bebés.
And maybe then I'll be in a better position to help you. But for now, we must both be cautious.
I must send a raven. I have to warn my family. If you'll excuse me, my lady.
Que no hiciste un carajo por mí.
Milady. Begging your pardon, milady. I hope I didn't frighten you.
I'm glad to see you.
Thank you, milady. I hope you saw. I was right before. About Lady Marjorie and Queen Cersei. I just want you to know, I can help you if you'd like. And your family, if you're willing to trust me. I hear all sorts of things. Things that could be useful for you.
How can you help me? My problems can't be solved by what you might overhear.
Which is why you must trust me, milady. You need allies. Hopefully I've proven I can be useful to you.
I'm sorry. I really must go.
Please don't despair. I know people who...
¿Conoces personas que? Dale, sí.
be willing to help you.
Bueno, entonces dale. ¿No ves que he vuelto más allá? La montaña. Cagamos. Anda, subí la escalera que te va a explicar. The Mountain. Para mí todos son las montañas.
Where the bloody hell is Duncan? Ah, fuck him if he's angry. And without King's Landing. I know you'd hoped Mira could help us, but I'm confident we've enough strength of our own. Your men are ready to act if needed.
Sir Royland, I trust you'll keep a level head.
Of course, my lord. But the bastard of Bolton can't be trusted to do the same.
Bolton men approaching, my lord!
Something wrong with your gate?
Sí. No se abre para imbéciles.
Well, aren't you the little lord? No wonder you can't open the gate. Shall we help you? Now let me in. This is a lovely pile of timber, isn't it?
Why the hurry? Are you cold?
You know, I am a bit. Fortunately, there's no shortage of wood to burn around here. Thank you, my lord.
A token for the new Warden of the North.
Let me guess. Forrester Ironwood.
Carved by our most skilled craftsmen.
Ironwood. Doesn't look like much. Don't know what's so special about it.
No one can match our skill.
Is that so? Not bad. Lord Whitehill, can your lot do this?
Given enough time, we could learn.
Given enough time, you could do a great many things. But not this, apparently.
Bueno, che, no avances tanto, hasta ahí nomás.
Quite the army you have, Lord Forrester. Very impressive.
¿Dónde va? Si dijimos que no iba a ir al coso. Puta madre que lo parió. Se va a llevar todo, boludo. Y va a descuartizar a 5 empleados. Dijimos que no iba a venir acá.
Look at that. More Forresters.
¿Y qué hacer acá esta gurisa con semejante demonio?
Come out where I can see you.
Force him to focus on the business at hand.
Lord Ramsay, I understand you've come here for assurance of our fealty.
Fuck fealty. We came here for justice.
We'll get to your justice. First, let's see you bend the knee to my father, Lord Bolton, Warden of the North. Words are wind. Anyone can say they're loyal. I want you to show me. I asked you to kneel, yet you just stand there, gaping at me like a child.
You see? He's a fucking traitor, just like his father and brother.
Here's the thing. I don't care about your loyalty. The Crown, however, wants what you've got. Whatever you've been supplying the Starks for centuries. Ships, shields, chamber pots. I expect you'll do the same for us. My father has promised as much to the king. You wouldn't want to make him a liar, would you? That wouldn't reflect well on me.
You needn't worry. Your father will have what he needs.
That's a good little lord.
You can't trust her, Forrester. They murdered our men.
It was a Forrester squire who did it. One Whitehill soldier dead. One Bolton. Yet your man lived. Our men are dead. Yours lived. You had me stand out in the wind and muck so you could show off your pathetic little army. That sort of insolence from one of our loyal bannermen will not do. So I've come up with a solution that will benefit everyone. The Whitehills will be taking control of your Ironwood from this day forward.
What?
What?
Sí.
The Ironwood. But
La cola
The
tuya.
Whitehills are nothing more than up-jump thieves.
You can't do that.
Why not? You know something the Whitehills don't? We are talking about trees. You grow them, you cut them down. It can't be that difficult.
We have loyal craftsmen who make the finest weapons. The Whitehills have no such craftsmen. Do you want Ironwood for the next 5 years, or the next 50 generations?
The little lord does have a point. We'll try this. Lord Whitehill will take half of your Ironwood, and we'll see who fares better.
But my lord...
Half of something is better than the nothing you had before. To ensure there's no trouble, Lord Whitehill will install a garrison of 20 men within your walls.
at Ironrath, that we cannot abide. Ethan.
They'll help maintain the king's peace. And make sure there's no more trouble.
Whitehill men? Never.
It's already done.
Vamos a pelear.
The man you trust?
My son, Griff.
Griff will lead the garrison.
The seven hells he will.
Lads, do make this visit worthwhile.
Please, Sir Royland, don't.
Look at this, little Forester. You're not frightened, are you?
Lord Ramsay, please.
And you? Are you Lord Ethan's older sister?
I'm his twin, my lord.
Oh, twins. Well, like the Queen and her brother. Well, hopefully not just like the Queen and her brother. I never had a sister. Always wanted one.
Leave my sister alone!
I have an idea. You'll come with me. You can be my highborn ward.
Lord Ramsay, that's enough.
Do you like hunting?
Let her go!
She's quite pretty, your sister. We'd get along well. I suppose you can stay. Aren't you the bold lord?
No te puedo creer, boludo.
But I don't want a bold lord. Far too much trouble.
Ethan!
My lord!
Oh, no!
I knew you'd bend the knee eventually.
My son.
I think we've come to an understanding.
Ethan!
I certainly feel better about all this.
Ethan. Oh, come on.
However, the Foresters need to keep their end of the bargain.
Stop!
Ryan!
Take the boy as your ward.
No!
Kill him if they give you any trouble.
Ryan.
Todo mal salió.
Lovely meeting all of you.
Yo sabía que no teníamos que dejarlo entrar, boludo. ¿Por qué lo dejamos entrar?
Fetch the mace so quickly!
You brought this on yourself.
Mama!
Stop!
Don't let them take me!
No puede ser, boludo. Este juego es tremendo.
Please, Ryan, please! No! Ryan! Do something!
Ethan.
¿Y mi centinela? Fue una pija mi centinela. El peor centinela del planeta Tierra. Tendría que haber elegido el otro. Oh. Recién empieza esto. Próximamente en Game of Thrones.
Ethan sacrificed himself for us all. He saved Talia's life. He'll be remembered as Ethan the Brave.
This house needs a leader.
Lord Ethan named me Sentinel. I will lead this house.
My sister asked you to swear loyalty to her son, and you did it without flinching.
We can't let them hurt Ryan too. We have to stop them.
We do not stand alone. There are those who will fight for us. Those who hold House Forrester above all other loyalties. Those who will not stop until Ethan is avenged. Until Ryan is home again. Our house will not fall. We will be ready.
No puedo creerlo, boludo. Estoy anonadado. Anonadado. ¿Y quién va a liderar la casa? No me pienso conectar porque es recontra pirateado este juego. Mentira, es joda. Yo no lo puedo creer. Me acuchillaron. Me morí. Soy malísimo. Dios. Sí, después me registro. Bueno, espero les haya gustado. Buen capítulo, la verdad. Terminó uno muerto, como el decapitado de la serie. El que no la vio, bueno. Ya pasaron como 10 años desde que empezó. Es porque no la quiere ver. Así que la primera experiencia atormentadora de este juego. Parece bastante la serie. Así que vamos a darle entonces. Y la próxima será mañana. Nos vemos, chicos. Hasta luego. Nos vemos. Chau, chau. ¿Dónde estoy? Acá estoy.